How's it going, everybody? Mike here, and welcome to the gaming news of the week. There's a lot to dig into from Larion Studios talking about their new RPGs. A major upcoming RPG has gotten delayed to next year, actually February next year. And then an RPG that's sort of been somewhat forgotten about, I would say, out of nowhere got a massive update to revitalize it and revamps the entire game. Plus a lot of other exciting news that's been going on. But before I start on any of this, guys, I have a special message for you. Hey everyone, I want to give a big shout out to all of you that always support me when it comes to my YouTube channel, even Twitch as well too. Whether you watch my content, give it a like, comment as well to your thoughts, opinions, and input. It's always appreciated, guys. It means a lot, truly. I just want to ask you guys to consider going above and beyond to help form the backbone of the channel by checking out the Patreon, link in the description below. And there's some cool perks and rewards there, guys. And with how YouTube is, the algorithm always changing and not being what it used to be, you know, some of my videos are not doing as good as they used to and things like that. So basically, by becoming a Patreon, that helps keep me going full time, to help keep bringing you guys this amazing content I love to make for you and keep you guys updated on news and updates when it comes to RPGs and other games in general I'm interested in. I think you should know about as well too, without me having to worry about too much as far as, you know, what I say sometimes, where I cuss too much, basically, things like that. But yeah, guys, please check out links in the description below if you would, and consider going above and beyond with becoming a Patreon today. So, kicking things off with Larion Studios, apparently talking about their new RPGs they got cooking. And the studio doesn't intend to slow down with their upcoming games and makes it clear that they will be very large adventures, although the scale they are handling hasn't been fully specified yet. As many of us know, Baldur's Gate 3 is a huge hit with CRPG fans, but Larion is not working on Baldur's Gate 4. The studio has other RPGs in development that they claim will be equally enormous. This could mean a new Divinity game after the success of Divinity Original Sin and Original Sin 2. I know not too long ago they opened up a new studio to help with development on the two new games coming up that they're working on. And Larion is developing these two upcoming RPGs simultaneously. This seems like a titanic job for them, which is why some might think the company is exaggerating, but that's not the case. Far from it, actually. Swen Vink told PC Gamer that the machinery was created to make great games, just as the first anniversary of Baldur's Gate 3's release on PC was being celebrated. Larion Studios has expanded over the years as well, too, with now being at almost 500 employees. And the sales of Baldur's Gate 3 have given them a lot of money to basically, you know, hire more people, add some more resources, things like that, add some more talent and assets and whatnot. So that's very good for them. Although the appearance of these role-playing games is not yet known outside of the studio, the developer recently met in Barcelona to discuss the takeoff of the first one along with a vision of it. Another implicit thing is that they could change genres. Perhaps fantasy hasn't tied them down. Vink has mentioned about possibly trying different types of, you know, genres he would like to be up for, basically, you know, science fiction or similar genres, not just sticking to fantasy. So basically what we can gather from this is that they will not be just relaxing. They're going to be staying busy, of course, working on their future projects, getting those cooking. Most likely they'll enter early access because that seems to be the trend of what they've been doing with previous games, and it's worked out really well for them. So I would imagine, you know, we might get maybe a teaser trailer at Game Awards, possibly. If not, sometime next year, sometime an official announcement, if it doesn't happen anytime the rest of this year, about what at least one of the games is called that they're working on. Next up, Nintendo has reported a sales decrease of over 40%. And honestly, this kind of makes sense when you think about it, because they essentially confirmed that the, you know, Switch 2 or whatever the next console they are having is coming out next year. So this is, you know, the time where basically, you know, Switch sales and even Switch game sales are going to decline because, you know, it's the sort of end of the life cycle in that regard for their, you know, console that's been out since what, 2017 at this point. So, but don't think that they're hurting as a company, because they had overwhelming success last year in 2023, mainly because of the release of Super Mario Bros. Movie and a highly anticipated sequel, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, which was Tears of the Kingdom. And despite this slowdown, they're still, you know, selling products, whether it's their software, their hardware, merchandise, or other things. But this just simply happens in the video game industry, guys. When consoles slow down their life cycle, you know the next one's on the way, coming out soon. And same thing happened with the PS4 to PS5, Xbox One to Xbox Series X, you know. So this to be expected. But hopefully we get a look at whatever the Switch 2 or Switch Pro, whatever it's going to be called later this year, maybe at least like a teaser or announcement, something like official later this year. Then we have Zone Zero, which is having even more success with reaching $100 million in its first month. That is wild. Wow. You guys love your Hoyoverse games. And they did this despite being overshadowed by another gacha game from the same studio. And although these are very high figures to consider, right, with the $100 million they made, the Chutney Studio has not managed to match its initial launch, which was so compared to Breath of the Wild on Switch. The reality is that Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail generated more profits for the company. So this might seem like it's disappointing to, I guess, the dev team, considering their other games in Honkai and Genshin did way better financially, but honestly, I feel Zone Zero is off to a good start. It's not failing. You know, $100 million is like a lot. Come on now, or at least $100 million in profits in this sense. So that's still a lot of money. You're still, doing good. And to me, that's still healthy. I personally engage in the, microtransactions and buying stuff in the Hoyoverse games that are free-to-play games. I enjoy them for what they are, and you can unlock the content by just playing them, progressing. So, and Zone Zero is a fun action RPG game in its own right. A lot of cool things about it. The combat, to me, is like the most fun thing about it, though. But yeah, so we'll just have to see what happens if it does even better, in the future, whether it's like the second month or third month or even a year from now. Next up, this is a bit of a surprise because I didn't think this was ever going to come to last gen, but Star Wars Jedi Survivor has a release date on PS4 and Xbox One. For those that don't know, this originally launched on PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and yeah, there were talks about, last gen versions coming at some point, but I thought that got canceled or whatever. We haven't heard anything in so long about this, so it's actually a surprise that this officially got announced and that they are coming. And the release date for these last gen versions is September 17th at a reduced price of $50 basically. And if you like, the game can be pre-ordered to receive free cosmetic items such as the Hermit cosmetic inspired by Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi and Hermit lightsaber set and the Combustion Blaster set. Not only that, in addition to the PS4 and Xbox One versions, it was also announced that the PC version will receive an update in the coming weeks. This patch adds improvements to technical performance, controls, and much more, as well as quality of life enhancements. So that's good news, especially for those that are Star Wars fans and those that, still have a PS4, Xbox One, haven't upgraded to PS5 or Xbox Series X, and want to play this game. Well, now you'll be able to. And then another sort of curveball or surprise out of nowhere is Atlas Fallen receives massive update. And this is like the biggest free update I think it's ever gotten so far, essentially making it a completely revamped game. And it'll become the Game Pass as well before the end of August. Update 2.0, called Reign of Sand, implements an expanded world, new enemies, a revamped progression system, new missions, new game plus mode, and much more. Deck 13 has further enhanced the experience by reworking the campaign's voice acting, including Ben Starr, who plays Clive Rossfield in Final Fantasy XVI. One of the most notable aspects of Reign of Sand is its fully customizable combat system. According to the creators, Atlas Fallen will allow players to design their playstyle with armor and add-ons imbued with unprecedented effects. And the best part is that RPG fans can access all this for free, as Deck 13 committed to releasing the update without asking for additional payments from the community. Like, that's a win. That is such a win. Like, you don't see a lot of this happening from devs. This type of thing you would think would be, price tagged at maybe anywhere between, like, I don't know, 15 to $30 for something like this. But no, free update that overhauls the game, revamps it, makes it like an overall better experience for the players. Oh yeah. And lastly, Avowed confirms its delay until 2025. Basically, it's not coming out till February 18th, 2025. So Obsidian, has been working on Avowed for a long time, years, and they even still got other projects still in the works as well. but this is their, next big one coming out soon. And to many, this is a big anticipated Xbox exclusive. They say as one of the reasons for the delay is due to high number of games being released in the coming months, a situation similar to what happened in 2024. However, it's worth noting that most of these Xbox releases are available on Game Pass, and Avowed will be on Game Pass when it drops. Following this move, the exclusive Xbox games for the end of the year are Age of Mythology Retold, which is September 4th, Arkansas Flight Simulator 2024, which is November 19th, Towerborn, which we don't have a date yet to be confirmed, and we still are waiting on Indiana Jones and the Great Circle to get a date as well. So, at least some Xbox studios, there's still plenty that's coming out for the rest of this year, and that makes sense why they would delay Avowed. But we will most likely see more on this game and other games that they're working on at Gamescom, which is coming up later this month. So, we'll still get some even more news and updates on things like that, among other games too, guys. But I want to hear from you. What do you think about this when it comes to the delay of Avowed, Nintendo's decline in profits, Zone Zero's profits, Star Wars Jedi Survivor coming to last-gen consoles, Atlas Fallen getting a huge free update that just overhauls the game, and then Larion Studios, basically being busy with their new upcoming RPGs, and kind of got a little bit more information on that. What do you think about all that, guys? Would love to hear from you in the comments. Please sound off. And if you've enjoyed this and found this helpful, please hit that thumbs up, subscribe for new, and don't forget to check out the links in the description below if you want to go above and beyond support, whether YouTube memberships, the Patreon, or even the best direct route, which is linked to give me a tip/donation to help keep me going so I can keep bringing you these amazing videos. My name is Mike. Thanks for watching.